Now that we've built the structural foundation for those wireless networks, the host, base station, links, and operational modes, we're going to shift over to the structure, to the physics. Wireless communication behaves differently from wired networks because the medium itself is unpredictable. Instead of a straight line of copper, we've actually got radio waves which are fluctuating, they're moving, they're being weakened, they collide and they reflect, and they distort as they travel through that space. These physical realities are not minor implementations of details, right? They shape every protocol decision, and we're going to study that. If you understand why wireless links are fragile and variable, and the design of a Wi-Fi or cellular system starts to feel a little bit logical instead of that complicated model that most people feel it is. When a radio signal leaves a transmitter, it immediately begins losing strength. This phenomenon, known as path loss, occurs because energy spreads out as it propagates through space. The farther the signal travels, the weaker it becomes at the receiver. Unlike a wired signal confined to a copper or fiber cable, a wireless signal disperses in all directions. Obstacles like walls, furniture, or even people absorb or deflect energy along the way. As a result, the distance directly affects the reliability and our achievable data rates, which means less speed. Interference occurs when multiple devices transmit over overlapping frequency bands. In wireless networking, the medium is shared, and that means transmission can overlap unintentionally. Wi-Fi networks operate in the same frequency range and may contribute or compete with each other. Other household devices like microwaves, Bluetooth equipment, cordless phones, there's a gambit of other devices, all contribute to that background noise. And the receiver needs to distinguish between the intended signal from that noise. As interference increases, then our error rates increase as well. Multipath propagation adds another layer of our complexity. Instead of taking a signal straight path to the receiver, a radio signal can reflect off a wall, ceilings, and even other objects. These reflected signals arrive at slightly different times, and when they combine at the receiver, they can actually strengthen or, in some cases, weaken each other. That means signal quality can fluctuate even if neither device moves very far from each other. This phenomenon makes wireless communication inherently dynamic. Signal-to-noise ratio, or SNR, measures the strength of the signal relative to the background noise. A higher SNR means the receiver can more easily distinguish the signal from the interference. As SNR decreases, the probability of bit errors actually increases as well. Wireless systems continuously adapt to that transmission technique based on the SNR conditions. And stronger signals allow higher data rates. Weaker signals require more robust but slower modulation schemes. In a wired format, devices can detect collisions while they're transmitting. The wire provides us that technology because it's only going one way and then another, transmit and receive. However, within a wireless systems, we cannot reliably do this because the transmitted signals are much stronger than received ones. This limitation creates additional challenges when multiple senders share the same medium. A device may not believe that the channel is clear, while another device outside is sensing range and transmitting. This scenario is known as a hidden terminal problem, and hidden terminals increase the likelihood of collisions at the receiver. Signal attenuation and hidden terminals illustrate a key difference between wired and wireless networking. In a wired system, the physical medium provides that isolation and predictability. In wireless systems, however, coverage overlaps in complex ways. Two devices may each hear a central node but not be able to hear each other. This partial visibility complicates that coordination, and protocols must be designed to manage uncertainty in who can hear whom. Wireless links operate in a shared, variable, and interference-prone environment. Signals weaken with distance, they reflect unpredictability, and they compete with other transmissions. SNR, that signal-to-noise ratio, determines achievable data rates, and hidden terminals complicate that medium access. These physical constraints explain why wireless protocols emphasize collision avoidance and dynamic rate adaptation.